Well, joining us now from Singapore is Steve Okun. He's a senior advisor at McClatchy Associates and was also Deputy General Counsel in the U.S. Department of Transportation under President Clinton. Steve, obviously, I know we're still waiting on some really critical results, but I do want to start with the rhetoric that we're already hearing from the White House. I suppose, given what the president was saying in the lead-up to this vote, there really wasn't much surprise there. Where do you see this going?
Well, I mean, what the president wants to do is one of two things. First, he wants to keep votes from getting counted that haven't been counted yet, because the votes that have not been counted yet tend to be mail-in votes, and those are more Democratic this time around because of the pandemic and because of the education the Democratic Party did. Then, if those votes do get counted and he loses, he will challenge those ballots on the ground of fraud, which has never been proven, but that's not going to stop him from filing lawsuits.
Well, you worked in the Clinton administration yourself. What is the conversation right now in the Biden camp likely to be like? I know it's something like just after 5 a.m. there, but I imagine no one's getting much sleep.
Okay, actually, Donald Trump has telegraphed this for a long time. He has said that people shouldn't be allowed to vote by mail. The Republicans have filed lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit in various states saying there shouldn't be vote by mail, or the vote by mail should be tougher than it is when it comes to witness signatures, and that the vote by mail shouldn't count if the postal ballot comes in after Election Day, even if it's postmarked before then. So the Democrats are well prepared for this. It's not like 2000. The lawyers are ready. The lawyers are fanning out in the states where there is likely to be a contest. It could be Wisconsin, it could be Michigan, it could be Pennsylvania, and they're going to meet them head on if they go down this route of trying to disenfranchise voters.
Just taking a step back here, Steve, can President Trump actually order a halt to vote counting? I do want to make that clear for our viewers. What kind of legal basis would he have to try to take something like that to the Supreme Court?
Well, President Trump can't halt anything as president, because the elections are run by the states. And so there's literally, you kind of think of it, there's 51 different officials in charge of the 51 elections going on right now between the 50 states and Washington, D.C. Now, what President Trump can do is to take a lawsuit to say that ballots that have not yet been counted, even though they have been received or postmarked by Election Day, shouldn't be counted, and to try and get a court to halt a ballot. I don't think there's really precedent for that, but that's what he could do. So he can't order anything. He would have to go to a court and get a court to agree with him. Every court has ruled against the Republicans so far in Nevada and in Texas and in Pennsylvania and in North Carolina. So we'll see what his strategy is.
Steve, I'm curious about how the president's comments might be going down with his own party. Could some Republicans potentially even feel like he's crossed a line here?
Well, it is possible, and there are Republicans who, if they have to run for themselves, so let's say the writing's on the wall and that Donald Trump isn't going to be there for a second term, and it may be very, very messy between now and January 20th, but then when he's no longer president, those governors, those state officials are going to have to look at their own constituents and say they did the right thing without having Donald Trump in the White House. So it is possible that Republicans throughout the various states where these contests are happening decide to let the vote get counted, and then, you let the chips fall where they may, depending on how the vote turns out.
Steve Okun there speaking to us from Singapore. Great to get your insights here on Al Jazeera. Steve, thanks for being with us.
Thank you.